What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How are y'all doing? Y'all doing good? I hope y'all doing good. I hope you got your head out of the sand. I hope you're wanting to unplug about this matrix that you're stuck in. While people is out worrying about this irrelevant shit, there are entities that's controlling this reality. And then under them is the families. That's the puppets for the entities that control this matrix, this intelligence. When you're unplugged, when you become part of that 1%, no matter if you're a male or a female, when you come to a high conscious state and you raise your conscious to combat this reality, trust me, being by yourself, it's going to be welcoming. You're going to welcome to be by yourself because you're not going to want to share your energy with anything else low vibration. Let alone if you're already working a 9 to 5. Going in there is just draining you of the low, worthless, meaningless, petty talks that people just speak about. Sports, celebrities. You will come to a state that I don't even want to be around you because you just lower my vibration. You have to understand, besides the entities that run this, that govern this reality, the families and how they move behind the shadows, that shit that you believe in, that voting, those religions, these families run off of symbolism. They don't want you to awaken your Kundalini energy, Christ consciousness, the real God juice, that shit that those Masons practice. And even those Masons and all those groups and those secret societies even have a hard time controlling their lust. You have to understand how valuable you are, male. Why do you think everything around you is so sexualized? Why do you think they want you to keep eating fucked up? They want you to keep watching bird brain shit. They want you to keep listening to NBA YoungBoys. They want to control you. They want to keep you in your lower chakra at all costs. They want to keep that closed. Definitely. When they can stick their gauntlet glove up your ass and control you like a puppet, it's all the better for them. And now it's getting even more blatantly. Their rituals, they go off of symbolism. They don't go off of voting. You people have no idea what's really going on, even just with the families, let alone
the entities that runs this place.
Oh man, me personally, no matter how pretty a female may be, no matter how cool a person may seem to be, if we are not on the same wavelength, me communicating with you is pointless. And even I have a hard problem with dealing with this myself. The more I practice retention, we're on what? The 14th. This hit the 15th. Yes, I let a Jezebel get me on the end of November, but I'm already a week over now. I will never relinquish my power to something that I'm not building with. I want nothing but power. I want the highest conscious that I can get. And I don't even have a child. The last thing I'm looking for is a relationship with a woman that just want to drain me. The fact that I'm practicing SR, and come to find out, I take that back. I wasn't the first one that brought the term SR in. I had to find out myself. So I take that back because I have seen other videos of dudes. Shout out to my boy, the Shaved Lion King. Yes, he was saying SR for a while. I had to check myself on that. But I don't want to come back here. I don't want to get reincarnated back to this place. I want to be a free being. But if you don't hurry up and wake up in time, you will have to come back here. The Masons, the secret societies, they don't want you to awaken your Kundalini energy up your 33 vertebrae. They don't want you to do that. They want to keep you stupid, dumb. They don't want you to hug trees. They don't want you to ground yourself. They don't want you to look into the sun. They even like these things called races. Ain't it crazy? The sun is supposed to be natural, but it affects a certain group of people. How something that's supposed to be normal have a negative effect on you? Ain't that something? Almost like you're not supposed to be here. This is not your original home. That's crazy. The families that runs this place, that runs you. I want to show y'all a little something. While y'all thinking about this Black Friday, this celebrity, this sport, that sport, shit that's completely irrelevant. While you're stuck getting contaminated with nothing but bullshit. Everything you know all the way down from marriage was man-made. Everything that you know was written in a book, scripted for you to play out. One of your highest currencies is your attention. And by being a male, women love male attention. They feed off attention. You can't give your mojo out your balls freely. You give it up too much. You cannot read the woman. You only supposed to give your mojo up to make offspring, to bring a soul into this matrix, and then teach it so it don't have to come back here and redo it all over again. But you give this out willingly, like a dummy, because you're already stuck in your lower chakra. You will never experience Christ consciousness ever if you're not sexually disciplined. You will never reach that level, ever. And even the ones that may use a little cheat code, like certain type of weed, DMT, acid, shrooms, guess what? They have an unwarranted jump and can go into psychosis and get stuck, let alone get addicted to the drug that they're using because they're using it the wrong way. Do you know how many, just something lower level, do you know how many people's addicted to weed? I have never been addicted to weed, ever. I used it for a purpose. And it's funny, when I first ever smoked it, I knew, I was like, something about this gotta be used for a purpose, not for your just personal enjoyment, like a dummy. Yes, I have opened my crown chakra before, and it was amazing. And I want to surpass that. Yes, I'm older, and I can't rejuvenate my battery like the youth can. But I can rejuvenate my battery. Yes, I can. All I have to do is stay locked in, stay focused, and keep my attention to me. Let me show y'all how this works.
There is a theory so old it almost vanished. A theory whispered across continents and buried in secret archives. It claims the world has never been ruled by governments or corporations. Those are the distractions. Real power rests with 7 blood families who sit on the quiet throne. These families are not united by nationality, but by literal blood. Their ancestry traces back to a priest class that ruled a forgotten empire. When it collapsed, they hid inside banking houses and religious orders, embedding their symbols into flags and institutions like seeds waiting to bloom. The quiet throne does not use laws. It operates through symbols and cycles. While the masses believe the world changes through elections, the 7 families believe it changes through ritual. They create meaning, and that meaning shapes behavior. To see the control, look at the events the world worships. The Super Bowl, the Met Gala, coronations. If you examine the patterns, the same symbols appear repeatedly. The red carpets, the masked faces, the circle motifs, the serpentine designs. These are not artistic choices. They are ritual signatures. To the public, it is fashion. To them, it is warfare. Each family has its own mark, a shape, a color, a gesture, a number. These marks appear in costume choices, stage layouts, halftime performances, and promotional art. These events act as modern ceremonies where the seven families signal dominance, renew alliances, or challenge each other in coded form. To the public, it is fashion. To them, it is warfare. The Quiet Throne has roots in a belief that power is not just material. Power is spiritual. Certain families are said to have inherited something rare, a resonance, an ability to influence emotional fields around them. This resonance was cultivated in secret schools where selected children were trained from birth. The public image of these families is intentionally bland. Charity, nobility, cultural patronage. But behind the curtain, their children are raised like living relics. Their lives are planned decades in advance. Their marriages arranged to preserve lineage purity. Their careers crafted to appear coincidental. Their failures erased before anyone sees them. The theory goes further. It claims that modern political dynasties are not true dynasties at all. They are installed families, useful faces placed in visible power, while the seven bloodlines remain hidden. Some presidents, prime ministers, tycoons, and global influencers are chosen not because of merit, but because they descend from these hidden bloodlines. Their success is not organic. It is orchestrated. If this sounds impossible, consider the consistencies. Generations of leaders tied through private schools, obscure fraternities, secret councils, and unexplained wealth flows. Families who never appear in public scandals. Families who rise at moments of global transition and vanish when the transition finishes. Families whose names connect to ancient orders, temple networks, and lost cities. The Quiet Throne operates in cycles. Each family governs a specific domain. One controls global finance. One controls media narratives. One controls religious influence. One controls global trade routes. One controls the entertainment ritual complex. One controls scientific institutions. One controls military alliances. These domains overlap, but each family guards its territory like a kingdom. They maintain order through balance. If one family grows too powerful, the others intervene through subtle means. Market shocks, scandals, public movements, regime changes. Nothing is random, not in their world. The surface chaos people experience is the result of hidden negotiations breaking down or being reset. There are stories about gatherings where these families meet, not summits, not conferences, private rituals held in ancient locations that echo with forgotten power. Islands without coordinates, monasteries without public records, underground chambers beneath European capitals. The locations change, but the purpose is always the same: to divide influence for the coming decade, to renew alliances, to settle disputes, to decide which public figures rise and which fall. Every so often, the families introduce an heir into the public sphere. A celebrity, a royal, a tech founder. Their appearance is never random. They are placed into culture like chess pieces. Their symbolism matters more than their achievements. Their visibility creates a sense of glamour or awe. People feel drawn to them without understanding why. It is not charisma, it is generational conditioning. The same symbols appear for centuries around these figures, training the human mind to respond with reverence. The Quiet Throne does not need laws. It operates above them. It does not need armies. It owns the institutions that direct them. It does not need elections. It finances both sides long before ballots exist. The power of the seven families is not absolute, but it is consistent. Their influence does not rise and fall. It persists. Because their goal is not domination, it is continuity. They see themselves as guardians of a world the public is too chaotic to manage. But here is the part they fear most. Their secrecy depends on invisibility. As long as the world believes in random chance, the seven families stay safe. As long as people trust the illusion of democracy, capitalism, celebrity culture, and nation states, the Quiet Throne remains hidden. Their greatest weapon is the belief that they do not exist. Yet something is changing in 2025. More people feel the pattern. They notice recycled symbols. They question the rituals. They recognize the same families at the top of every global shift. They sense a design behind the chaos. The quiet throne is losing the veil. What they ruled from the shadows for centuries is now being exposed not by whistleblowers or leaks, but by collective intuition. Humans are waking up to the architecture. When enough people see the structure, the illusion breaks. The 7 families know this. They feel the pressure rising. Their rituals grow louder, their symbols more blatant, their ceremonies more theatrical. They are trying to reinforce the spell, but the spell is weakening. Power built on secrecy cannot survive exposure. The question is not whether the 7 families exist. The question is why they work so hard to convince you they do not. You be the judge. If you are awake, you already know what to do.
Wake up, and wake up quick. Try at all costs to be unplugged. You're going to have to want to do it. You're going to have to come to an understanding of the reality and the program that you're in, let alone dealing with the Agent Smiths, the double agents, the triple agents. Everything, the whole world that they built around you is to keep you on a low vibration at all costs, so they can control you with fear. And you got people out here worrying about all type of shit. Let the universe bring it to you. Cherish yourself. Value yourself. Know what you are. This your boy, Monterico. Or you may know me as S.I. Rico. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.